I'm in downtown Montreal along the march route for the climate strike, the climate march. Hundreds of thousands of people walking these streets saying that we need action on the climate and we need action now. The keynote speaker, of course, is teenage activist Greta Thunberg. Justin Trudeau is in the march, as is Elizabeth May. And what's fascinating is that despite how the Liberals have made such a profoundly fierce defense of this issue, and they've said they're the ones looking out for the climate and other parties aren't. What's fascinating about this is that Justin Trudeau has been hit from the environmentalists today and from Greta Thunberg herself, saying that he's not doing enough. He had a private meeting in his capacity as Prime Minister, not about Liberal leadership or about the election, and they sat down for about 15 minutes, and after the meeting, Greta Thunberg said he's not doing enough. And what does Justin Trudeau say? Well, he agreed with her. And then Justin Trudeau was earlier in the day speaking to reporters before he joined the march, and this is what happened.
Climate criminal! We are going to miss our Paris Accords! Climate leaders, don't build pipelines! Climate leaders, don't! You are the problem! We need to get rid of you! You are not the solution! Vous êtes pas la solution!
Listen, we're going to see people who are huge...
Climate criminal! Climate criminal! Climate
We are part of
Yes, an environmentalist protester, one of many who's been dogging Justin Trudeau throughout the campaign, decides to accuse him of being a climate criminal for his purchase of the Trans Mountain Pipeline, at least on behalf of the Canadian population. Now, what's interesting here is that the radicalists in the environmentalist movement are actually starting to become a lot more commonplace within it, where this event is full of people that, despite Justin Trudeau being the guy that said today he's going to plant 2 billion trees, these are people here that are saying he's not doing enough, we need to do more. And regardless of whether you agree with that, regardless of whether you think the government needs to be doing more, it is fascinating that Justin Trudeau has tried to present himself as being the environmental guy, the guy that's going to get it done, yet he's being outflanked time and time again. When I caught up with the campaign earlier in Thunder Bay, Ontario as well, anti-pipeline protesters protesting Justin Trudeau from the left side of his party. And this is going to continue to happen. Now, whether it's going to have any significant impact at the polls stands to be seen. But we know the NDP is trying to posit itself as being the non-sellout environmental party. In fact, Jagmeet Singh earlier was asked at a town hall in Burnaby why he should get someone's vote instead of the Greens if they care about the environment. And he said, well, you know, the Greens are great and he agrees with them on a lot of things, but the NDP is the full package. He actually talked about how the NDP is unequivocally pro-choice and the Greens aren't, and said, and we've got the environmental stuff on top of that. And the NDP sent out a press release earlier this week which just had a few simple words in it. It said, "You bought a pipeline," directed at Justin Trudeau. So the NDP is very much taking the environmentalist position on this. And what's interesting is that Jagmeet Singh isn't even at the Montreal Climate March. He is marching out of province in a different event. And of course, Andrew Scheer, the only leader not partaking in the festivities today, as has been pointed out by the left-wing party leaders. That's what we've got today. Thanks very much for tuning in. From Montreal for True North, I'm Andrew Lawton.